Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to show you how to properly reflow your PS3 with flux and thermal paste. What the flux is used for is you put this under the CPU and GPU. This will not harm your motherboard. Do not worry. I got this off of eBay for about $3. It's pretty cheap. What this does is it helps when the solder melts. It helps the solder dry harder and make a better connection with the motherboard, because what happens is the CPU and the GPU overheat and the solder under the chips break connection with the motherboard, and what this does is it helps it make a stronger connection, like I said. But yeah, this is pretty cheap to find on eBay. Make sure it says no clean flux. The no clean part just means if you get some on the motherboard, like on other components, you don't have to wipe it off. It's not sticky. It smells kind of funny, but it doesn't like stain clothes or ruin other parts of the motherboard. So make sure you get no clean lead-free flux. Like I said, it's pretty easy to find on eBay. The other thing is the thermal compound or paste, whatever you want to call it. This is Arctic Silver 5. One of the best thermal pastes you can buy for the CPU and GPU and the heatsink. This is highly recommended. You can also find this on eBay for about $5. The guy's name who sold me this was user 34577. That's the guy who I bought it off of eBay. I recommend buying that off of him because it's cheap. If you go to Radio Shack for this, it's gonna be like $10, so this saves you a lot of money going on eBay. Another thing is, when you're shopping on eBay and their product comes from Hong Kong or China, do not buy from them, because all they sell is crap. It's cheap and it's worthless. It doesn't work. So make sure you buy from the US on both of these products. In the video, I don't show how to apply the thermal compound because I didn't have my camera ready, but I will explain how to do it right now. What you do is you just take this little black cap off. Yeah, this thing comes off. And see, there's some of the paste. All you do is, I'm not gonna do it on the bed really, but you just squirt a little line. It's kind of thick, so it's not gonna be all watery. All you do is just make a line on the CPU and the GPU on both chips, and then make sure the line's not that big, because you don't want a lot on the CPU and GPU. You want a thin layer of this compound, because if you put too much, it's not going to work properly. And then you can get a card or a debit card or something and just smear it, just smooth it out on top of the CPU and GPU. Make sure it covers the whole thing, and then do the same thing to both chips, and then you can just reassemble the PS3 after you refloat it. And if you don't need to reflow it and your PS3 still works, I recommend you putting new thermal paste onto your PS3. Just open that sucker up and take off the old compound that the factory put onto the PS3, because it's cheap, it's not good, and that's what happened to my PS3. I got the YLOD of death, and that's because the cheap thermal compound that they used dried out, and it caused my chips to overheat and cause that soldering problem. But yeah, if you don't have the YLOD of death yet, I recommend that you go buy this and put some new thermal compound on your heatsink and stuff. Sorry I didn't show a video on that, but there's lots of other videos out there that show you how to do that. And make sure you don't use your finger, just smear it around, because the oils on your finger break down the compound and it won't allow the compound to work properly. And I think that's it. And enjoy the rest of the video. Thanks. Alright guys, moment of truth. I got this thing all assembled, thermal paste on. Wow, let's see if it turns on. Here we go. Oh yes, I did it. Oh yeah, I'm back in business for a while. Alright guys, well, this is Draco1 and with the PS3 fix. Hope you enjoyed.